The House Select Committee investigating January 6th, which includes a bipartisan group of Democrats and Democrats pretending to be Republicans, has begun a series of hearings, which will be produced by former ABC News president James Goldston. According to congressional insiders, the TV veteran was brought on by the committee to make the hearings appear to be, quote, a blockbuster investigative special that no one watches, instead of a mere cynical political ploy that no one watches and then makes fun of afterward, unquote. The spectacularly produced committee hearings will be given full-time coverage by every network except Fox News, continuing a tradition that includes the Russian collusion hoax, the good people on both sides lie, the slander against Brett Kavanaugh, the crap about the Covington Catholic boys, the mostly peaceful lie about the George Floyd riots, the deep state's attempt to bury the Hunter Biden scandal, and other falsehoods given full-time coverage by the networks and not by Fox. CNN's Brian Stelter, who once missed a deadline during the pandemic in order to go to bed early and have a good cry, thus answering Matt Walsh's question, what is a woman, says he's furious with Fox News for not giving live coverage to this important attempt to distract people from the Democrats' incompetence and corruption. In a statement given to his dolly, Princess Sparkle, Ms. Stelter said, quote, Fox News continues to spread misinformation, by which I mean information we miss. Their so-called journalists repeatedly refuse to fulfill their responsibility to create a narrative that will guide the people to right action, and instead waste time talking about interesting things that happen and issues that concern voters. If Fox News won't come down off its high horse and descend to our shabby and dishonest standards, I will hold my breath until I turn blue, then go to bed and cry sad tears as I share my troubles with Burpee, the rubber-nosed teddy bear who makes comforting burping noises when I squeeze his face. Whereas when I do that to Jim Acosta, he just gets annoyed, unquote. During an interview with committee member and proven liar Adam Schiff, the congressman and proven liar was asked, why should Americans watch Democrats make a big deal about the January 6th disturbance when those same Democrats celebrated and supported the George Floyd riots that left at least 25 people dead and touched off a crime wave that saw murders of black Americans rise by over 40%? Congress liar Schiff replied, quote, the two situations are completely different. With the death of George Floyd, America lost one of its finest violent drug addicts, so it was important for us to encourage the lawless rampages that utterly destroyed neighborhoods we don't give a damn about. But the January 6th kerfuffle frightened congresspeople, who may be total wastes of space and money, but happen to be ourselves and are therefore very important to us. Wait, did I say that out loud? Unquote. With its glitzy Hollywood production values, the J6 hearings include some showbiz-style innovations, like musical numbers, including the large opening extravaganza, with Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez joining a chorus line of other shapely dumbbells to perform a high-kicking dance while singing the lyrics, inflation is wild, crime is erupting, we're teaching kids to dress and drag, which is morally corrupting, our policies suck, our philosophies twaddle, your baby is starving because you can't find a bottle, our leader has dementia, his son is on a bender, we totally screwed up the Afghanistan surrender, our borders have vanished, the pandemic we can't fix, so let's hold a hearing about January 6th. The hearings then began by discussing events that happened a year and a half ago at such length that gasoline prices rose 40 cents a gallon before the first recess, during which 72 people were shot in Chicago. Sensing the public would have been losing interest if they'd been paying any attention at all, the committee hurried the rest of the day's session along so that only 10,000 illegal immigrants crossed the border during the second half. Nonetheless, Democrats continue to insist they have a sacred duty to get to the bottom of the January 6th event, just as they've gotten to the bottom of other things, like the opinion polls, the human capacity for moral degradation, and the barrel. For more delicious Klavan-y goodness, subscribe and like and subscribe to the Andrew Klavan Podcast.